Hello guys and girls, welcome back to the Racing Line for another circuit guide here on iRacing. This is week 11 of season 1 2023, the second to last week of the calendar, and this week's track is Road America. It's a long one, so we're going to have quite a few corners to go through, and the date and time is set. You should be able to see it on your screens. There it is, 1st of April 2023 at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So match the official race time sent out on the season 1 PDF. Same format as before, breakdown lap followed by a full speed uninterrupted lap followed by an off-board lap with some overtaking predictions. And as usual, this is filmed way before the week has begun, so it's difficult to compare lap times. But let's see if we can help you guys find some time around this quite long, but also quite fun circuit of Road America. So there's a nice long straight to give you plenty of time to think about the fast, surprisingly fast 90-degree right-hander of turn 1. You want to be on the left-hand side, and we're looking for the not number boards, the cones, which are pretty easy to spot. 4, 3, and the braking zone is technically the 2, but there's no 2 there. I don't know if I knocked them off on a previous lap. We're going to brake from 5th down into 3rd, and then we're going to try and carry that speed through, accelerating through on the apex curb, using the little bit of curb on the exit, and then keep it to the left-hand side as we've got another right-hander coming up. This braking zone is a little bit trickier to spot because it's all the way on the far left. It's the number 1 board. We're going to brake from 4th, down through the gears, hard on the brakes on this left-hand side, down to 2nd, get it turned in and start accelerating straight away. Up into 3rd on the exit, and now you've got a nice, long, slipstreamy straight to think about your next section of the circuit. It can get pretty hectic down here. I imagine slipstream is going to be pretty strong, but you really need to think about the next series of corners as they're crucial to maximising your lap time. A heavy braking zone coming up, obviously. Tight left-hander, so get on the right-hand side. We're going to brake in between the 2 and the 1 board. Hard on the brakes from 5th, down through all of the gears. I can't remember if it's 2nd or 1st. I think it's 2nd gear. No, it is down to 1st at the apex and then accelerate out. Use all the exit curb if you can. The track widens on the exit there, so carry that speed through. And then as you go under the Corvette bridge, we're going to dab the brakes again, chuck it into this left, so keep the car on the right initially, under the bridge, dab the brakes down to 2nd, get it turned into the apex curb, and then accelerate out all the way to the right-hand side. Get over to the left. You're going to take this next corner flat out in 3rd gear. Quite easily done in this car, so that's nice and easy. Up into 4th, get back over to the right-hand side now. Next braking zone, we're looking at the numbers on the right-hand side. The number 2 board is our next braking zone. We're going to be hard on the brakes. Once again, in a straight line, down through the gears, down to 2nd, get it turned in towards the apex and accelerate out towards the exit. Get over to the left-hand side as we approach this tricky corner. No brakes needed in 3rd gear. Flat out for the first part of it, and then we're just feathering the throttle at the mid part before we get the throttle fully back down just past the midway point of that long right-hander. And the car should stick nice and easily through there as you go up into 4th on the exit. Easily flat for this kink as well as you go up into 5th gear. No hesitation there. Not even a slight lift, so be wary of that. And of course, this straight continues. We want to be on the left-hand side after the track bends round here. Ready for a tight right-hander. Another 90-degree right. Braking zone in between the 3 and the 2 board on the left-hand side. Hard on the brakes from 5th. Down through those gears into 2nd and then accelerate out using all of the curb on the exit. Get straight back onto the track so that you don't touch the grass. Now over to the right, flat out into this left-hander in 3rd gear. Should reach 4th gear just before the final braking zone. Here it is. The number 2 board can just be seen in our window on the left, and it's the white line on the road on the left-hand side, braking out towards the outside. Get it chucked in towards the apex in 2nd gear, and then carry that speed through right to the outside again on a really long straight. So it's important to carry the speed through that final corner. If you hesitate or have an extra brake or lift off, or you think you're going to understeer, you're going to lose heaps of time on this long straight. So it's really important to get that final corner right. That is pretty much it for the breakdown lap. So let's do the same thing again. Full speed, uninterrupted around Road America. That was a 2:34.5. So the number 2 cones, which don't exist, so in between the 3 and the 1, down to 3rd gear, straight back on the throttle, accelerate out to the outside of the circuit. Keep it on the left-hand side, looking for the number 1 board all the way on the left. There's the 3, there's the 2, there's the 1, down through the gears, down to 2nd, get it turned in, and again accelerate at the apex point, straight away to the outside. Now you've got a nice long straight. We can listen to that little engine roar all the way down here under the cheddar cheese truck bridge, or the real cheese people, whatever that said. And you can keep it on the right-hand side here as the track sort of bends and weaves its way down these trees. Keep it on the right, in between the 2 and the 1, hard on the brakes, down to 1st gear, get it turned in and then accelerate straight out to the exit, up into 2nd using the extra curb, up into third as you climb up the hill. Under the bridge, we're going to dab the brakes, go back down into second, get it turned in, accelerate through, out to the right, up into third, go over to the left, flat out through this right-hander, nice and easily, no hesitations. Get it turned in smoothly, don't scrub off your speed by putting too much steering lock in. Get over to the right-hand side now, number 2 board, down through the gears, second gear, hit the apex and accelerate out. Reach third gear on the exit, get over to the left, and then you're going to turn it in flat out initially. You can see the green wall on your right-hand side. Then we're going to start feathering the throttle, and we should be flat out by the time you get to the end of the green wall on the right-hand side. And then you go up into fourth on the exit. You can use that little bit of curb if you need to. And again, this next corner, so this is pretty much a straight. It's all flat out through here. You'll reach fifth before you reach this right-hander. And you can just rest, keeping the car on the left-hand side, ready for the next right-hander coming up. Looking at the boards on the left, in between the 3 and the 2, hard on the brakes, down to second gear, get it turned in at the apex, start accelerating out, use all the curb on the exit. Be mindful of that so that you can carry the right speed through. Flat out through this left-hander, hold it tight to the apex, out to the right-hand side as you reach fourth gear. Get back over to the left, under the rev bridge, past the number 2 board, there's the white line, down to second. Really open up this right-hander, get on that throttle as early as you can. Wait for those revs to climb up before you change into third, and then you're going to climb up the hill in third gear. Just about reach fourth but as you start climbing up, and then across the line shortly for a 2:34.5. As usual, that is pretty much it from me. So I'm going to leave you with this off-board lap. I can talk you through some overtaking opportunities that I think may present themselves. Because of how long this straight is, turn 1 probably is an overtaking zone. I'm going to say, though, medium risk. I mean, if you're firmly up the inside, then low. It's low risk. But medium risk because of how fast the corner is. It's quite a shallow braking zone, and you start turning in pretty early. So it's risky to go side by side through there, but people will do it. This one, though, I would say this is actually another medium risk because of how shallow the braking zone is. But again, you can really send it up the inside there. Now, this is going to be your main overtaking opportunity. After turn 1 and 2, you'll see most of the overtakes happen here. Whether they go right or wrong is completely up to you guys. So you can defend down the inside, but to be honest, the braking zone is so heavy, people might be able to get it done around the outside, and vice versa. If you're on the outside and someone goes down your inside, remember though, they'll have the high ground as they can dictate how far they can run you wide on the exit. But definitely low risk overtaking zone, and probably the most common one. This next corner, highly doubt that people would want to race through here, to be honest. High risk through this left-hander. Can be done, but very high risk overtaking zone, especially side by side. This one isn't a braking zone, so again, only if the battle continues from the corner before. High risk otherwise. This one is possible if you can get the run, but I think the straight's too short to get any slipstream benefit. But depending on your exit out of the previous 2 corners, you might be able to send it down there. I'd say medium risk. This corner, I feel like there's going to be a lot of variancy, if that's a word, in this corner on how people take this, how much people feather the throttle. So if you want to be brave enough to try it here, then do. I'm going to say high risk because you're putting all your faith in people around you to give you room. This next corner, the amount of people that I've seen in the past just overtake people through here, send it in other classes, in multi-class races and stuff, it's just not worth it with how long the straight is. Just wait. I'm going to say this is our second main overtaking zone, so this is another low risk one. So you had that main one, which is turn 3, and this one. You can brake nice and hard down the inside, get it done here, low risk overtake as long as everyone is behaving sensibly. This next left-hander, if the battle is continuing, is a little bit risky, but if you're on the outside here on this left-hander, you'll have the inside for the final turn, which should give you an advantage. Highly doubt anyone's going to send it on the final turn. I'd say high risk crash for sure, high risk overtake I mean. However, if you are battling all the way through that section side by side, be aware that if you are side by side in that final turn, whoever's behind you, single file, is going to overtake you both by turn 1 for sure, because it's a long straight. As usual, that's pretty much it from me. If I don't see you on track this week, then I'll see you next week for the next video here on the Racing Line. Don't forget to hit subscribe. See you later. Peace.